Hey everybody, it's Miss Kristen here to talk a little bit more about Lent. So we are in our fourth week of Lent. We are over halfway through. We started with our week of goals. The next week was strength. Then this last week we did healing and blessing. And I hope that you are writing down your progress and everything you have been working towards and thinking about in your Lent journals. Now, before we move on to our word of the week, I want to show everybody what Kids Church did last week for a fun activity that you could do at home. We did Lent Bingo. So we created our own board games and we used keywords you would find in Lent, like for instance our words of the week, Jesus, miracles, sacrifice, giving, loving, all different words you can use. And then you play bingo by using beads to cover up the spaces when your parents read a word. We had so much fun with it last week, and I would encourage everybody to play it at home. It's really fun to make a board, and it's really fun to play the game. So now reach into your Lent boxes and pull out your stone that either says the word family or your stone that says the word friends. This week, our word is friends and family, and we're going to be focusing on Jesus and his 12 disciples. Now, family and friends are some of the most important things in our lives. In fact, it's one of the greatest gifts that God gives us. We never get anywhere alone. It takes a village. Even someone as amazing as Jesus needed help from his friends and his family in order to be so successful and make such an impact in the world. Jesus had 12 disciples. They were also known as apostles, and what they really were was followers of Jesus who believed in what he said and wanted to help him promote his message. Now, a lot of times we don't really think about each disciple and who they were, but they were all very special, unique individuals. For instance, the very first disciple, Andrew, was chosen by Jesus because he was really good at organizing and structuring and getting other people to come on board. So Andrew would organize the group and organize their group functions. Now, Andrew recruited his brother, Simon Peter, who was much more crazy and wild than Andrew was. Andrew was more organized, and Simon Peter was more positive and excited, and he could get crowds going. He was a good public speaker. So the two of them together worked really well. They all complemented each other. So these 12 disciples weren't just randomly chosen people who followed Jesus around. Each one of them had a special role that they played in order to help Jesus get his message out. One would get people to the events Jesus was speaking at. One of them would help Jesus speak. One of them would make sure there was enough supplies for everybody. One of them would handle crowd control. They all had a role, and they believed in what Jesus said. And because of them, Jesus was able to reach so many more people. And of course, Jesus had his family, Mary and Joseph, and other siblings, and he had a great support system that helped him deliver his message and perform the miracles of God. So this week, with your family and or friend's stone, when you're praying, taking a walk, thinking, I want you to have your stone with you and think about how important your family and your friends are. Just like everybody in the 12 disciples and Jesus had a special role, what is your role in your family? What is each person in your family and friends? What is their role? How do you guys fit together? And make sure you thank God for having such amazing people in your life. We are so lucky to have our friends and family, and it's so easy to take them for granted because they're always around and they love us. So let's also think about how do we be a better friend or family member. So there's a lot to think about this week, but family and friends are some of the most important things we have, so I think that we can do it. So everybody, have a great week. I hope you can all play some Lent bingo, and we will reconvene next Sunday when we talk about our next word of the week.